Disturbing and creepy people at the gym. Dude, people are just trying to work out. Grab a blanket, turn off your lights, and get ready for not just arm day or leg day, but a day of fear. Man at the gym. There's a man that hangs out at my work who until lately I had defended as harmless. I work at a gym, and this man has a membership but doesn't really work out. It's just like he just comes to be social. He sits, drinks coffee, and bugs people. He is clearly mentally handicapped and very hard to handle. He is 50-something and wears short shorts and tight tank tops way too small for his body type. And he loudly and obnoxiously repeats himself over and over again. He gets frustrated and says, "You know what I mean? It's really complicated. I can't explain it." After showing no signs of not understanding him, or even after we have learned to clarity, "I understand what you mean." I have been told many times that I'm the only person in the place that has any patience left for him. So I'm always very kind to him. When people complain about him, which is often, since he randomly talks to people all over the gym, I have told people that something isn't right with him and that I know he is irritating, but he's harmless and I don't think he could hurt anyone. Lately, he has talked about every young girl that works there, told a story about a 17-year-old he met the other day and how she was attractive, and he literally thinks every girl is hitting on him when they politely respond to something he says, or when anyone is even kind to him. Our gym has a pool, so the lifeguards wear swimsuits, although they are one piece and not all that revealing. He has started making comments about the lifeguards in their swimsuits. They're all about 20 to 23. He has talked about asking out every female manager, or saying how he thinks one of them really likes him because she said, "Hi, how are you today?" or something casual like that. He also makes up stories about employees telling him they are interested in him, which I know because I asked her, and she flat out denied it and had no idea where he ever got that idea. The most recent complaint I got about him was actually from a male member that travels and drives a semi. He parks it out on our lot once a month when he travels and sleeps for a while before he comes in to work out. He said that this man has been very, very creepy to him lately, standing outside staring at him while he's in the truck or sitting in his car watching him, even if he has to get in his car and turn it around to face him to watch him for hours at a time. His topic of conversation while talking to me last night? How much he would like to buy a gun. Late night workout guy. So I live in a small rural town in southeastern United States. Because of my work schedule, I have a membership at a 24-hour gym in town. As a member, you are given a key fob that you wave in front of a sensor so you can work out at any time you want. The gym is inside an old shopping center. The shopping center is located on a desolate stretch of road that takes you out of town into the interstate. There is nothing but trees and hills for a 5-mile radius. Add to that the busted spotlights, and this gym can be really creepy after dark sets in. Anyways, one night around 1 in the morning, I'm in the gym working out on a weight machine. I'm all alone with only the sound of the air conditioner and my breathing to accompany me. A young girl walks up to the door, waves her fob, and enters. She immediately goes to the treadmill. I nod my head and continue working out. I think she was being nervous, being the only girl in the gym late at night with a big guy lifting weights. But soon, we would be united forever through a weird and creepy experience. A guy dressed in jeans and a t-shirt came up to the door. He knocks on the glass and smiled at me, and smiled at the young lady on the treadmill. I watched as she stopped and walked towards the door. He was clean cut and didn't look too threatening, but he was smiling too damn hard. "Hey, can you let me in? I forgot my key," he said. The girl walked over to the door. I couldn't believe she was going to let him in. "I don't think that's a good idea," I said. "Why not?" she said. "He doesn't have on workout gear." That seemed to make her stop and think. "I'm sorry, I can't," she said to the man. He stopped smiling. "Let me in. Don't be a cunt," he said. He said it so viciously, the woman shuddered like she had been shot. "What?" she said. "Open the goddamn door!" he screamed. He began to pound on the glass as hard as he could. I got up and said, "I'm calling the cops." He stopped. "I'll be wiping your blood off my hands before they get here." I pulled my phone out and dialed 911, and he ran away. The woman was freaking out, the cops showed up, and we gave statements. When they finally left, I went back to my truck. Her car and my truck were the only vehicles in the parking lot. Both our tires had been slashed. So crazy, G-Rat. Let's not meet. Is that all you got? So this is a story that my boyfriend's mom told me the other day at a party, that I knew I just had to post on here. So my boyfriend's mom used to go to a gym that had one night, which was an all-women's night. Of course, there were still men running the front desk for safety reasons, but only women were allowed to work out that night. Well, when she got there were almost no parking spots left, so she ended up parking way in the back of the lot. Well, she went in, did her thing, and left with a big group of women as the place closed. All the women were parked relatively close by, so she ended up walking by herself to her car. She stops walking when she notices a man staring at her from across the street, wearing jeans and a jacket with a hood. Now, it may have been late, but we live in the desert and it was midsummer, so for someone to wear such heavy clothing that time is basically unheard of. She's standing there with her key in her hand because her car did not have a clicker to unlock it, and it had to be unlocked manually. All of a sudden, this guy just comes running full speed at her. So she sprints the 15 feet to her car, unlocks it, jumps inside, and relocks the door just in time for the man to be standing outside her window. So this guy is just looking at her and then whips out his business right out of his pants and starts beating the ferret, if you know what I mean, right in front of her. So she does the first thing she can think of. She rolls down her window just a crack and starts laughing and asking, "Is that all you got?" And while she's pointing and laughing, while this guy's face is clearly showing that he's hurt, she starts laying on the car horn and the guy runs off. She drove to the front of the building and told the guys who worked inside what happened, and they immediately took off searching for the guy. I guess they never ended up finding him, which is a damn shame.